Hello everybody, welcome back to Stu's Stitches, podcast number 4. I pretty much have all whips today, so this is going to be a short one. Hope you're okay with that. Let's get going. I apologize. I'm going to try to cut out any sniffles or issues that I have. I am starting to get sick. As does when your children start school, everybody starts getting sick, so yay for me. But yeah, so I'm literally just like in my pajamas, which is a Christmas shirt, and I'm literally in pajama pants today, but I do need to switch into my dress soon because I'm doing a 100-day dress challenge, which I will talk about later because it correlates kind of with one of my whips that I have. Okay, let's talk about the 2 whips that I think actually just one whip. Okay, the only whip I believe that was in my last podcast is my Musselburgh Hat. Honestly, I've not gotten a lot done with this, and the reason why is because I mostly do this when I am at work. So if I have some downtime in between assignments or something like that, and I'm on the go, this is what I will do. And so I just haven't had a ton of time, but I think the last time I was only like a couple stitches into the black color, and I've gotten quite a bit done. So that's not bad. I mean, I have a really long ways to go, but I think that overall it's going to be okay. Eventually I should really try on this hat to make sure that it's going to work with my head because it seems kind of big. I don't know. We're just going to give it a shot. Doesn't work out, I'll rip it out as per most of my things, but I'm pretty sure that I have done it right. It is so soft. I can't wait until it's done so I can actually use it. And I'm so sad because, I mean, this is my fault. I use a lot of these little stitch protectors. Like these ones are little hands. I got these ones a long time ago for Christmas, but normally I have a little bit fancier or like cutesy stitch protectors or tip protectors. I'm sorry. And last time that I think it was the last time I was using this when I was working, I was doing work at a hospital and I had to just sit with the patient for a while. And so when there was nothing to do, I pulled out my knitting. And then obviously if there was something to do, I put my knitting back into my little pouch, which I don't have with me, but my little belt bag that I've shown before. And normally what I do is I'll pop these off, and sometimes I won't have pockets, so sometimes what I'll do is I'll actually put them and stick them in like my bra, like the little strap here of my bra, and then it's really easy to just pull them out, stick them back on, stick them in my purse. Or I could just leave it in there and shove this in my purse really quick and then stick them back on later. Well, I had cute little pineapples, which I love, and I stuck them down in like the little part of my bra, and I had to do it kind of quickly, so I had stuck them down while I was knitting, and then I just shoved this back into my belt bag, and I just left my tip protectors here, and then I left with these in my bag, and when I got to my car, that's when I noticed that my tip protectors were not on. I went to take them out, there was only one. And I checked every crevice and thing that on my body as possible. I checked like in my belt bag, did I stick it in there? But no. So somewhere in the emergency room of our hospital is a cute little pineapple tip protector that somebody probably just sweeped up, and it made me really sad. But I do want to get this done hopefully before Halloween because I think it would be cute for that time, but I will wear this regardless. I think it's really cute. So not much progress on that, but that's okay. The next 2 things I'm pretty sure I did not include in the last podcast because I've just started to cast them on and work on them. So the first one, little backstory. So I bought a dress from a company called Wool and. So I'll put like the name up here. It's Wool, WOOL, and like the ampersand, the fancy and sign. And I bought it because I'm trying to work my way into more natural fibers. Knitting wise, I'm trying to work my way into more natural fibers once I've used up the acrylic that I have, if possible. And clothes-wise, I'm trying to invest in better quality pieces that cost more, but will last me much longer and, again, are better for the environment. And I found a company called Wool and they make these really pretty dresses. They have pants, they have shirts. And one of the things that they do is you can do a 100-day challenge. Mostly it's for the dresses, I think some of the jumpsuits and a tunic, but like not the pants. So I bought one of the dresses, which I could see right now, but I'm not going to go get it because I'm not leaving. I have my heating pad on my back, so I'm not moving. But I do have one of their dresses, and you can wear the dress for 100 days in a row. You can style it. You can put a t-shirt over it. You can tuck it into pants. You can do whatever you want, but you have to be wearing the item, and then you have to take a picture every day for that 100 days. I have put mine up on Instagram just for myself so that it's easy. I just post up there every day. I do have the photos on my phone too. But that group has they have a few Facebook groups related to them, but one of the Facebook groups is a fiber Facebook group. So knitting, crocheting, embroidering, mending, like anything fiber related. And they're doing a 100-day make-along. So instead of a knit-along, it's a make-along. So it's a mal, M-A-L, instead of a cal, K-A-L. So I think it's any jumper, sweater, pullover, or cardigan, I believe. And I started what I believe is called either the Dryades Sweater or the Dryades Sweater. I'm honestly not sure. I think it's Dryades, but you can let me down below if you actually know what it's called. And I am doing the medium large. This is what I have so far. So I have done a good portion of the yoke. I think it's so cool because it kind of looks like it's reverse melting, I guess. Like if you flipped it over this way, it looks like it's melting. So I think that this is really cool. I'm using acrylic yarn because I had a ton of it. I was going to use for something else and I didn't. So I need to use it up. So this is Red Heart Super Saver brushed. Look, you can see that there's even more holes there. It's Red Heart Super Saver brushed in, I want to say khaki maybe. I could be wrong. I will put all the information down below of what it is, but yes. So I've gotten this far. This actually, the yoke goes down pretty far into your arm. So I think I should be coming out of the yoke soon. Hopefully I'm not screwing it up. I did my very first short rows, German short rows on there. So that was something fun to learn how to do. I have had to ask a few times for help on my knitting Facebook groups. I'm in a group for beginners. I've had to ask them quite a few times for help on different things to kind of figure things out, and they're very helpful. So that is that one, and I'm very excited to keep working on that, get that done. And my tip protector for that one is donuts. I figure you should see my tip protectors because they're usually cute. Okay, last whip that I am working on. This in a previous podcast, aka I think the last one, was the light Dotty cardigan. That's what this yarn was. This yarn is no longer the light Dotty cardigan because I ripped it all out. Somehow, and if I can, I'll insert a little video here if I can remember. I don't think I followed the pattern right, or I picked the wrong size. Something happened, and when I was making it, in that video, I did show you it was going to be pretty large. That's fine with me, though. And then I made a sleeve, and as I was making it, I goes, I'm pretty sure this sleeve is going to be way too big because it's knit flat, and then you seam it together. When I ended up making it, it was probably like down to here on me, and I have pretty large arms, and like my upper arm is quite large. I just have larger arms like that. It was huge on me, and then it came out to about there. So I don't know what happened, if I accidentally picked the wrong size. I don't know, but I was so frustrated at that point that I said, we're done, no more. And I just decided to rip the whole thing out. So I ripped it all out, and I'm reusing the yarn. And what I'm making is the Bumblebee Bomber. This is a much more complicated cardigan pattern. but I think it's really cute. I am only this far along. Let me show you the right side. So it's got this really cute pattern that's starting, and I'm going to make mine with a zipper, which I've never done before. I've had to rip this out. Well, I've had to rip down to the ribbing, this pattern part, probably at least 5 times because I keep screwing up and then I have to rip it out and then I screwed it up. It's got a long pattern repeat and sometimes I keep screwing up. I'll miss a yarn over or something goes wrong, but I think I've gotten it down now. So that is what that yarn is going to be used for. Like I said, I'm hoping to get this cardigan done and that Dryades sweater done by mid-October. And then I want to be working on other things by mid-October. And then I also want to get that Musselburgh hat done before Halloween, if possible. So I have a lot of knitting that I need to do. And yes, this little pouch that I'm keeping my sweater in for at least right now is exactly what you think it is. I don't think I can say those words on YouTube, so I will not. But yes, it is what you think it is. It's handmade. If I can find, I think this is the name of the artist on the side on the tag. I will link it down below because they're amazing. They're a local artist and I think it's cute. It's really good quality. Very, very good quality. And it's adorable. So those are all of my whips. I don't have any finished objects because the one I was going to finish, I ripped out. And I haven't gotten any acquisitions recently because I am trying to go through my yarn stash and use that up. I have projects for a lot of the yarn that I already have. The only yarn I intend to buy anytime soon is I do think I want to make a potential Musselburgh hat for one of my children. And I need to have specific colors for that, which I don't have them. I need red and blue, don't have them. So I probably will have to buy some yarn to do that one. And then I'm going to buy a patch to put on it because they are obsessed with Thomas the Train. And I want to make them a Thomas the Train winter hat. I'm sure you can probably buy them, but I want to make one because why not? So that is everything. Like I said, short one this week because I'm just working on a few things. Not much is going on. I'm going to try to do these weekly and just kind of talk about my progress, what I think, how knitting is going, yada yada. And that is that. I'm sorry that I was a little bit sick today, looking all of a hot mess, but you know what? I wanted to get this out and done with. So let me know down below, what are you making right now? Are you knitting, crocheting, cross stitching, embroidering? What are you doing? What are you making? Do you have any plans for the fall/winter? I have a few other things I want to make eventually, but we shall see if that happens. I don't think I'm going to do very much gift knitting this year because I just want to work on things I want to work on and not a bunch of gift knitting things that I don't want to do. I did that last year. It was very stressful. I don't think I'm going to do that this year. Are you going to be gift knitting? Please let me know. What are you knitting and for who? All right. Remember to subscribe, hit the bell so you can see more videos, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.